Despicable Me 4. Now we come to the most recent installment in not just the main franchise, but the Despicable Me franchise as a whole. And if you're wondering if I'll ever get to the Minions films, yes, I will. But I'm just not in a rush to review those. It's been almost 10 years since I watched the first movie, and I haven't watched the second yet, but when I get around to it, I'll watch them. So in this film, Gru and his family are forced to move out after an evil villain threatens them. The villain in question is named Maxime Lamal, played by Will Ferrell, a cockroach-based villain. It also talks more about Gru's backstory and his childhood. So both Gru and Maxime went to the same school together, and it begins with a class reunion. But all I could think about throughout the movie was, this is the closest we're ever gonna get to a Gru and Megamind crossover. So Gru is played once again by Steve Carell, and Lucy is played once again by Kristen Wiig. And their three daughters make a comeback, the youngest Agnes, the middle child Edith, and the oldest Margot, played once again by Miranda Cosgrove. However, they now have a fourth child, their son, Gru Jr. So after being forced to move into a new neighborhood, the Gru family have no choice but to lay low. Also, I'm just going to get this out of the way. There's a subplot where a certain amount of minions become superheroes. That's all I'm going to say about that, so don't ever bring it up. Gru, however, is being spied by the neighbor's teenage daughter, Poppy, played by Joey King, who is inspired and wants to become a villain herself. Poppy confronts Gru and threatens to expose him if he doesn't help her with a heist. Gru reluctantly agrees, and he, along with two of his minions and the baby, join her. But the heist doesn't go unnoticed, for the principal immediately informs Maxime about it. And he, along with his girlfriend, played by Sofia Vergara, kidnap the baby. And he turns Gru Jr. into a mutant cockroach. But after bonding with his dad, Gru Jr. turns on Maxime. And the super minions end up finishing him off. And the movie ends with Gru and Maxime reenacting Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears. Christ, first Kung Fu Panda 4 and Baby One More Time by Britney Spears, now this? What next? Is Toy Story 5 gonna end with a remake of Elton John's I'm Still Standing? Or is Shrek 5 gonna end with another remake of I'm a Believer? Oh right, they already did that, twice! In all seriousness though, Despicable Me 4 wasn't a terrible movie, but it wasn't a great movie either. I would give it a 6 out of 10.